Darkcast Network, indie pods with a dark side.
Hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Kelly.
And you're listening to ODFM.
This episode is One Desire from Murder.
I feel like there's a lot of people who have the desire to murder.
Right. But this one is different.
Maybe they don't follow through, but the desire is still there.
The desire is there.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I got to make a quick shout out to my cousin Laurel, who I just saw recently for
By the way,
her
I
bridal
love that
shower.
name. That name is amazing.
a pretty name.
It's pretty.
Yeah. I just saw her for a bridal shower, and she told me that she is an avid listener. And so I have to stop saying that no one in my family listens, because she's like, yo, I'm listening. And so, sorry, Laurel. Thank you for listening.
So now I'm alone.
Sorry.
I'm alone that my family does not. You know what? Actually, I kind of prefer it this way. So don't tell my family to listen.
I won't. Well, who's going to tell them? They don't listen.
They don't. True.
You're all good.
Facts.
So.
Thanks, Laurel. We appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. So, what are these desires?
There's so many desires.
Right.
This one starts in the Midwest, smack dab in the middle, kind of visiting agricultural state of Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I read about Iowa, I had to put this in there because I was like, they have the most pigs in the U.S. and it's the top pork producer.
Oh, I figured it.
You did?
No, I didn't know that. Wait, top pork? Oh, no, I didn't know that.
You figured there were a lot of pigs there?
No, I was thinking, I thought you were going to say corn because I knew about
right.
Corn.
You would think the corn. It's pigalicious.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I just remember I had to take a trip where we cut through Iowa, and I was with a friend. And when we drove over the state line, there was a sign that said Iowa Fields of Opportunity. And all we saw were fields of corn. So we kept going, oh, look, there's some opportunity there. Look, there's some opportunity. So much opportunity. Right. So I was like, I guess opportunity equals corn.
Oh,
so
yes. They're also good if you have an outhouse, I've heard. Corn husks, anyway.
In
yes.
what?
I don't know.
Way.
My dad told me that's how it was done back in the day.
That's how it's done. All right, cool.
I don't want to know in what capacity.
No, let's go to the desire now.
Yeah.
I think I want to move on to the desire now.
Yeah, well, and the weird thing is we have a strange number of Iowans here living in our town. I don't know what it is, but like every time I meet a new person, where are you from? Iowa. And I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Wow.
And a lot of them tell me they were just trying to escape. But
all that opportunity.
There was too much
pressure.
opportunity.
There was too much pressure for opportunity. I need to get out.
Yes,
I got to get out.
So much opportunity. Anyway. All right. But with this episode, no humans are being fed to oinkers or anything. I just thought that was a good.
Yeah, you would think that would. No, that was in our lovely state of. That was
Oregon.
Washington.
Oh,
was it? No, it was Oregon. No, you're right.
I don't know. It was someplace.
Pacific Northwest.
My brain is not working.
It's gonna be a rough day.
I had so many beers already. It's a little rough. Okay. And it's only like midday. But when you're working for beer. That's what you do.
Hence the outfit.
That's how I got paid. Yes. I got paid in beers.
Lovely.
So we are specifically in the town of Coralville, Iowa in November of 2014. So not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Okay.
Yeah. Andrea Farrington, she's a 20-year-old young woman, and she had just started working at the Coral Ridge Mall as a playologist.
A what?
A playologist. Did you know this was a title you could have?
What the hell is a playologist?
Well, she works at the Kids Museum. So if that gets you any idea, she loves working with kids. She gets to play with kids. She's a playologist.
It's a cutesy made up title for a kids museum. Cool. Thank you. I'm what
for somebody who works who plays with kids. Yes.
Okay.
So she loves it. She loves working and playing with kids, and it's the perfect job for her because she's bubbly and friendly, and she easily laughs, which is infectious. She has one of those kinds of laughs.
Gotcha. Okay.
The museum she works for, this I thought was kind of strange. They also own and run the guest welcome center at the mall, which, okay.
All right. So interesting way to branch out, but okay,
right.
cool. Right.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. So they're located near the center of the mall, right by the food court, that desk. You know, you always see those in the malls. Or you did when malls were a thing. So that's where the people would go for the information about the mall or even the town, because this is actually a pretty ginormous mall that's well traveled. People go to it specifically for the mall.
Gotcha. Wow.
Those popular ones. Yeah.
It's like Iowa's version of the Mall America.
Yes, absolutely. Coralville.
Right.
So Andrea, she often worked that desk frequently, and actually more so than she did at the kids museum. So I guess she's not quite a playologist. She was just part-time playologist. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So a typical day for her looked like renting out wheelchairs, giving directions, checking in with mall security when issues would come up, all that kind of fun jazz. And so she's just 20. She's starting out. But just about 9 months prior to starting her job at the mall, Andrea had undergone a pretty major surgery.
Oh.
So for her, it was a dream surgery for a girl who had suffered a childhood of ridicule and bullying.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So Andrea had been born with like a severe overbite and a very elongated jaw. It was pretty extreme. And it wasn't something you can hide in any way. It's right there where everyone's
This wasn't a braces kind of fix.
No.
This was much. Okay.
Yeah. So the torment she endured, horrible. You can imagine. Yeah. And it's not just from kids. Adults were terrible as well.
God, that's when it's like, come on.
Like, really?
Kids, you're like, you got to teach them to know better.
Right.
Adults should know better.
They should, but they did not. So when she's in high school, she worked at a convenience store, and a man had once come in and asked her, "So why's your face like that? Motherfucker."
Fuck do people think that they can just do that?
Right. Like, what kind of business is it yours? Fuck off, dickhead. What
possible answer could you be looking for?
Like, it was an accident. I don't know, what the hell do you want?
Why is your face? I don't know. Why is yours like that? Like, I don't know.
One of my friends, she has the best answer to all those things.
What?
Her answer to men who are like, one guy came up to her and "What's a cute little gal like you driving a big truck like that?" She said, "What's a man like you got such big titties for?" Something like that. I don't know why so. That makes him go away pretty quick. Yeah. So
I bet. It would be like, "Look, I had a birth defect. What's your excuse?"
Yeah, what's your excuse?
Right?
I'm pulling up a picture so I can show you eventually here what she looked like. But so when Andrea, she's able to get this operation done in February of 2014, it is truly life-changing for her. So it's obviously successful. Her appearance changed so dramatically now that no one even noticed that she had ever was different from anyone else, which for her was huge. Like, she was so used to being stared at for all the wrong reasons, but she became confident. She felt like she could be her true self without judgment.
Wow.
People are so much nicer to her. It's sad.
It's sad that she had to do that, but that's wonderful that she was able to get that done.
Absolutely. So the change is shocking. I have to show you kind of the before and after. Can you see that? Let me see if
wow. It's a, oh my God. It looks like two different people.
Like,
it really,
dramatic.
She really looks like two different people entirely. Yeah. It changed the entire shape of her face.
Yeah. I mean, she felt I can finally be me. She's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So now she's working the mall, and she's not noticed for being different, but for being so beautiful. So she's getting a lot of male attention now.
I'm sure she is.
At this point, and she's not used to it, and it's so flattering. So at this point, she's living with her boyfriend. But after her surgery, things began to change. Their relationship did.
Okay.
So her boyfriend, Connor, this was weird. Like, in a bunch of news articles, his name is referred to as Connor, but in the TV show I watched, he was referred to as Rob, which I thought was odd. But
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it one of those names have been changed to protect the innocent?
That's what I kind of wonder. But then his name's all over all the articles. So
yeah. Like, so wait, so was he her boyfriend before the surgery?
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't know because that makes a difference sometimes.
It does.
To know what he was,
did.
Okay.
It changed a lot. So they had gone to the same high school, but they hadn't dated in high school.
Gotcha.
But after Andrea's surgery, it had become hard for him to miss all these dudes checking her out all the time. And Connor's becoming more and more jealous and insecure about his own self, realizing, oh, now she's so beautiful. What if I'm not good enough?
Exactly. Okay.
So one such admirer of Andrea's was a security guard. He worked at the mall with her. His name was Alex Kozak.
Okay.
And he would often stop by the information desk just to chat and flirt with her, kind of innocent. So when she started, he tells her, hey, you know what I usually do with new employees? We swap cell numbers.
Sure you do.
So that if some security issue comes up, you can get a hold of me more easily. And she actually checks with a coworker, and they're like, yeah, we all give our numbers out to the security guard so that we can keep in contact.
Sure. Okay.
But Alex, the security guard, he takes advantage of getting this cute little number. Yeah.
So maybe he does do it in innocently, or just in preparation of their one being that he's really interested in.
Maybe it's good to ask for everyone's in case
he's playing the long game. He's playing the long game.
Smart. That's what he's doing. So he starts using her number for himself and begins sending her super flirty texts, telling her how beautiful she is. And for her, it's like so flattering because she's never had this kind of attention. Gotcha. She's never been treated like men this way. So for her, it's very flattering. She kind of gets into it. She flirts back a little bit with reservation. She's not reciprocating all of it. The pet names, like he starts calling her babe, baby, hey, baby, how's your life doing today? All that kind of shit.
That might be a little too far.
A little far okay. Right away. But the two text, they chat in a pretty innocent way. But then it kind of gets a little hotter after a while. And then in some low-key mention in a text, Alex says something about his wife.
Oh.
What? You're married?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. That was what Andrea thought. It totally caught her off guard. I mean, she's in a relationship, but he never had mentioned anything about being married. And she had told him about her boyfriend. He knew she was in a relationship. So
interesting.
Yeah. So she's a little pissed that he hadn't said anything before. It felt dishonest. And she and her friend decide to, let's look into him on the social media and stuff to see if he actually is married or if he's just trying to say that to get out of a relationship or something. On social media, they quickly find him. They're taken aback by what they see. But indeed, he's married. And there's lots of photos of a very recent wedding.
Oh.
Yeah. But more shocking are the many photos of Alex posing with guns and weapons, knives. I mean, it's way more those types of photos.
He's taking the security guard job a little over the top here.
He's America's policeman.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So there's more photos of guns and weapons than his family or friends on his Facebook.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, a little odd.
That's weird.
So our friend's like, yeah, Andrea, you need to get away from this guy. He's like throwing out some biggie-sized red flags. Get away. But Alex continues to text Andrea in his usual flirty way. He's not seeming to realize that his marriage is a no-go for her for any other relationships.
Yeah, right.
And the more Andrea learns about them, the more she kind of less wants his attention.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she tries to start avoiding him, but it's almost impossible. I mean, you work at the same place. He's a security guard.
Yeah, your jobs kind of interact too much.
So she kind of tries to avoid him, but I mean, he easily tracks her down. And so when she's at the information desk, she's kind of stuck there. It's not like you can just leave.
No, she can't just, right.
Yeah. He tries to reason with her. He's like, you know what? I've only been married for 4 months, so it's not.
I feel like that's almost the opposite excuse.
Exactly.
Like,
isn't that worse? Like you
shouldn't be interested
married.
in anybody. I mean, you shouldn't anyway.
In the honeymoon phase,
right? If you're not still into your wife now, man, this is a problem.
Something is very wrong. So
right.
He's like, oh, it's only been 4 months. It's not really working out. But
like it hasn't taken yet.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, no, it's not really working out. So that's just as well, because I'd really like to pursue you instead.
Oh.
So Andrea's the type, she's been reserved all her life because she's been teased her ass off. Mm-hmm. She's really sweet. She hates confrontation.
Don't we all?
But
Some of us.
Some of us kind of love. I know some people that love it, and I'm like, I wish I was more that way, but no. But Andrea is really sweet. She's like, oh, I don't want to say anything, but she does say, you know what? We're both in relationships, and maybe we should just stay friends instead of pursuing anything at this point. So she hopes that gets the point across. Focus on work, get on with things. But on February 14th of 2015,
Valentine's
we know that
Day.
Big day. Andrea gets a delivery while working at the museum, and it's a big bunch of flowers from Alex for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Wrong guy. Oh shit, wrong guy.
Stop. So Andrea's annoyed. She tells her mom about it because her mom kind of knows all the backstory. Her mom tells her, okay, don't take them home because, you know, she lives with her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, no.
Don't take them home. Connor will see them, think something's going on, you know, and be offended. Don't do that. Plus, it might give Alex confidence to pursue things if he thinks she likes them, type of thing. So her mom's like, dude, no. But Andrea, she's scared to throw him away at work. She's afraid of offending Alex because she's sure he'll see him because he does all the, you know, the rounds up and down the hall. So she's like, what do I do? So she does take him home. And just as her mom thought, Connor sees him. He's super pissed, especially because he finds out the card's there. Says it's from another guy.
Come on, man. Like,
dump him on the way home.
That's what I was going to say. Couldn't you stop somewhere and get rid of him?
Yeah, don't take him. I kind of wonder if I know. I'm kind of wondering if she's still flattered, kind of. And I don't know. Still, it's like, cringy.
At least toss the card.
I know something. At least don't say, I got myself flowers. I don't know. But Andrea assures Connor, you know, I'm not interested in him. But this just kind of wore down at their already kind of strained relationship because he was already kind of jealous and feeling insecure.
Yeah. Okay.
All this is going on. Andrea's sister can tell Andrea's upset. Her sister Cassie comes to see her at the mall. She's like, let's try to de-stress you a little bit. She sees Andrea is like, kind of really stressed about the Alex situation. She's getting kind of paranoid about him.
Okay.
So she's like, okay, how about we have lunch? They go have lunch at the mall. She convinces Andrea to go down to the salon, see if she can get in for a makeover, you know, make herself feel better.
Okay. A little pampering never hurt anybody, right?
I mean, she's like, let's go get pampered. So while Andrea goes into the salon to ask about an appointment, Cassie sits out in a massage chair outside of the salon, one of those big ass weird looking massage chairs.
Yeah. All right.
But when Andrea comes out, Cassie's like gone. And Andrea's like freaked out. She gets a text from Alex right at that point saying something like, I met your sister. She was the one wearing the gray sweater, right?
What?
Exactly. And Andrea's freaking panicked because this is her little sister. She's younger than her. And she starts freaking out. She thinks maybe Alex lured Cassie away or something.
Yeah.
What the hell? But then just as she's trying to figure out how to respond, Cassie shows up. Andrea is like, well, how the fuck did he know? Is he following us? What is going on? Because she was wearing a gray sweater. And it turns out she had met him, but he had just walked by. Hi, you know, are you Andrea's sister? Nothing more than that.
Still.
Yeah, getting more and more creeped out. That's totally creepy. It's like he wants to let her know, I'm watching you all the time.
Yeah.
It's just over the top.
That's not flattering.
No,
that's creepy and icky.
So she wants to back things up. She starts texting Alex less, even asking him to back off. Like she's getting the courage to actually say, hey, can you back off a little bit?
She needs to text him. Stop texting me. I'm blocking your number now.
Yes, I'm blocking you. Don't talk to me. But Alex is just like, well, okay, cute, and shrugs it off, continues his pursuit of her. He won't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
She's frustrated enough at this point that after she asks him to leave her alone and he won't, she goes to Alex's supervisor for help.
Good call. Yep.
Yes, this is what you're supposed to do. She tells him, Alex is scaring me. He won't back off. Supervisor tells Andrea, you know, and Alex, he takes them both aside separate times. He says, you are to stop talking to one another. It's affecting your work. We are not to talk to one another. Perfect.
Fine. Great.
That's great. But in fact, Alex keeps getting spoken to about it more than once. And Andrea's like, great. Yes, I will stop talking to him. Thanks. But
right.
So at this point, Andrea's relieved. She thinks, okay, supervisor stepped in. It's going to be fine.
Cool.
Then one day, Alex stops by the Welcome Center to talk to Andrea. Like nothing had happened. Like he hadn't ever been told. And she's looking around like, we were told not to talk to each other. Leave. Right. He makes some small talk with her. And then he asks her, hey, do you have any nudes on your phone? And he tries to grab her phone out of her hand. Wow. Yeah. And she's holding it. And he's like, no, you need to send me your nudes. She's, I don't have any nudes. She's trying to grab her phone away from, like they're wrestling over her phone. No, I don't have any nudes. And he gives her this cold look. He tells her, well, if you don't have any nudes, you need to take some and send them to me.
Ew.
And Andrea gets pissed. She tells him, you know what? You're freaking sick. As in like, gross, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Alex doesn't take the reply well.
He doesn't take it well.
And in a joking tone, he tells her, show me the nudes or I'm going to blow up a car. Because that's normal.
Whoa.
What? You're going to blow up a car because I'm not showing you my nudes.
Yeah.
No.
This is not a phrase people throw around.
This is not funny, for one. Not cute, for two.
Yeah.
Creepy for three. Yes. So though he tried to make it seem like he's teasing, Andrea's like, I feel like he's really fucking serious. And I'm scared of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, Andrea, she's fed up with feeling powerless at work. And
I feel like this is not her lifelong career. I feel like she should just like fucking leave.
I know.
I'm going to get a different job.
Wouldn't that be nice? I know. And I don't know if she just loved it so much because she loved her job.
Well,
she loved working with
kids. She shouldn't have to quit. He should get fired at this point. If he's been told something and he's been told it repeatedly, he should be getting fired at this point.
He should have to leave. She's just doing her job. So she feels so powerless there. And then at home with her boyfriend who is all jealous and stuff. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to make a decision to make some changes.
Okay.
Her first step, she decides, is to end her sour relationship with Connor.
It's too bad. Okay.
I know. So Andrea's tired of Connor holding her back in a way. Like her friends would invite them to parties and get-togethers, but Connor would always turn them down.
Gotcha.
And she was fed up with him not wanting to take part in her interests or hang out with her friends. So she's only 20. Yep. She's like, you know what? Yeah. It's time for me to be myself.
Yep.
Connor moves out and she makes a goal of being around friends more, enjoying her newfound confidence and independence.
Good for her.
One of these things, she sees that Jason Aldean was coming to the area.
Okay.
And she and her best friend, they so badly wanted to go. But
okay.
So they're at the mall. They're researching the tickets. They're probably in the food court.
Right.
And they're like, they see the price of the tickets and it is just so high. And they realize neither one of them can afford to go. So they're like, well, that's okay.
That's too bad. Yeah.
There's other opportunities. We're bummed, but life goes on. On an evening very close after that, Andrea finishes up her shift. She's heading out to her car. It's dark outside. It's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
There's an envelope on her windshield. And when she opens the envelope, she finds 2 tickets to the Jason Aldean concert, along with a note from Alex saying that he's taking her to the concert.
Oh, God. He's been spying on her. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So if Andrea wasn't totally freaked out before, this is when she's like terrified.
But we're both tickets in there because he's not taking her if she's got them both. She can just go early with her friend. I'm just saying.
Bye. Thanks for the tickets.
Maybe that would be enough to be like, sweet.
Seriously.
Bye, and then go with somebody else. And then he'd be like, this bitch isn't into me.
Yeah.
I don't think
he takes over.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem the type to take that well, but
that would have been awesome.
Would be so good. Like, okay, thanks. Bye.
Right.
Oh my God. So yeah, she is terrified. And first she's like, how did he know we'd been talking about that concert?
Right.
Oh, freaky.
Right?
And then also, how does he know which car is hers? She's never met him. I know, outside or anything. So he's like either hiding nearby while they're at the mall listening to him.
He's watching.
He's watching and probably following her to her car.
Or asking, or it doesn't, whatever. Any of that is
not cool. So she calls a friend, Sierra, who they'd been talking about the concert tickets with. Yeah. And she's like, can you come to my apartment right away? Because Sarah is surprised because she gets there and she's like, the door's locked. Andrea never had locked the door before. Must have been pretty safe. She's not taking a chance. If there's
a guy like stalking you, you fucking lock your door. But anyway,
you lock your fucking door. So
I'm sorry. I don't care what town you live in that's super safe. If you are a single female living by yourself, lock your fucking door. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Exactly. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
She said that. But so when Andrea lets Sierra in, she's frantic. She shows Sierra the note and the tickets. And she's sure he had followed her home or had been before so that he knows where she lives. She's so scared.
Was her best friend also like, sweet, we're going to the concert?
No, that's how I'd be. Oh, that's okay, hon. We got the tickets. Let's go.
You're missing the point. We're going.
We're free going. Tickets. Who cares? What will he expect after this, though? I know. That's what I'd be afraid of. Like, what do you expect from me now that I took the tickets? Gross. But now, like, Sierra's at her house and now she's scared because they're both looking out the blinds. Like, is he here? Has he been following her? Know that he'd been listening into everything they've been talking about. So Sierra decides to stay the night. She's like, let's.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, nothing happens that night. But I'm guessing she gave the tickets back to Alex. Though, like you said, she probably should have just gone with Sierra and ignored freaky Alex. But
right.
I don't know how that would end.
Or not giving them back and just not gone.
Yeah. This is weird. No, thank you. And his wife, like, come on, dude.
That's right. I forgot this dude's fucking married. She could have sent them to his wife.
Oh, she should have done that. Here's some tickets your husband bought for me, but I figured you should go.
Exactly.
Ugh.
You know what would have been better?
Ooh.
If she would have just somehow gotten him to his wife and just changed a note so it was like, hey baby, I'm taking you at
that'd be
concert.
Great. And then Alex is all shocked and like, yeah, I totally planned that. Oh, that has sent some messages. That would have been good.
Would have been funny if she would have just left the same note in there and crossed out her own name and just put like wife because she didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know at the time. Unfortunately, his wife's name was Kelly, but Okay, so now it's June 12th of 2015. Okay. It's early afternoon. Andrea's at work and she's showing a coworker. Her coworker is also her friend. Her name's Carla. She's showing her how to run the information desk because Carla's going to take over a shift for her later in the week. And she's showing her how to do stuff. So Carla knows all about the Alex situation.
Okay.
And Andrea's kind of talking to her about it and how concerned and worried she is because it just won't stop. While there, Alex comes by.
Shocker.
Fun. He's doing his usual attempts at flirting. He's calling Andrea babe. Hey, babe, I'll see you later. All this shit. Andrea finally turns and she snaps at him. She's like, do not talk to me again. I'm interested in someone else.
Good.
Thinking, okay, that's fucking stop it.
I can't be polite anymore.
So Andrea turns, she carries on with her conversation with Carla. The two are excited. They're going to hang out after work. So it's a Friday evening. It's starting to pick up. It's starting to get busy. I guess this is
Friday night at the mall.
I guess this is a super popular mall. And so it's getting busier and busier and the weekends are really full.
Okay.
Carla and her are talking. And then while Carla's looking at Andrea, at the information desk, there's a loud pop that she hears. Andrea falls in slow motion in front of her. Oh. She's like, what is happening? And the whole mall erupts in a frenzy, like people just running everywhere.
Oh my God.
Everyone knows it's a gunshot. They don't know where it came from, who they're after.
It's a mall. Like, how can you even...
and it's
shit echoes.
Crowded.
And
yes.
It's loud. Oh my God.
Carla, her friend, kind of had tunnel vision. She looks around and she sees Alex running. He's running the opposite way.
Security guards shouldn't be running the opposite way.
Excuse me. Aren't you here to take care of people?
Right.
And at this point, the frenzy's so bad and everything, and people are screaming and running, and Carla just takes off and runs. She's not sure, if Andrea is alive or not. She's just needs to get out. She knows that.
Shit.
So police rush into the mall, but they can't locate the shooter. I mean, there's so many people just running out of the mall at once. An hour later, though, Alex is pulled over in his car. Witnesses had seen him fleeing in a blue Kia, and they had the Texas plate number.
Oh.
And they're in Iowa, so he must have moved from Texas. I was like, that's interesting.
It was a little easier to find then.
Yeah, that helps. So they pull him over. They ask him, hey, do you know why you're being pulled over? And Alex replies, because I shot someone at the mall.
Well, thanks for making my job a lot fucking easier.
Yeah, I don't even have to ask you. Perfect. It wasn't your back tail light. So they ask who he shot, and he says, Andrea Jean Farrington. It's a little fucking creepy that he knows her middle name.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that says a lot right there.
Oh my God. So at 8:05 that night, Andrea is declared dead.
Oh God.
Alex told police he had driven home after his short little conversation with her, gotten his gun, and shot Andrea because she was, quote, backstabbing, blood-sucking, and that he was done being strung along. Yeah. I know. She had told him quite a few times, no, this is not happening. But he's done being strung along.
He's done being strung along. How does his wife feel about him being strung along?
Right. I bet she feels great about that. Thanks for that, Alex. You're a great guy. So he tells him after the shooting, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel remorse. I didn't feel good. I just felt nothing. This guy is fucking cruel. I should play some of the tapes. I'll have to get some of the tapes.
Well, you were feeling more than what was there before. So
there was anger or something going on, bitch. But anyway.
Oh my God. Okay.
So police ask, you know what? If you had a chance to say one more thing to Andrea, what would you say? I thought this was interesting that they even asked him.
Thing to ask. Yeah.
Like, why even think of asking him? Alex responded that, you know what? I would tell her she's right to be afraid of me. Fuck. Yeah, she was. What is wrong with you, dude?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just.
So he knew she was afraid of him.
Yeah.
Because he was listening.
Yeah.
When she was telling that to people.
She was telling people. It's creepy. I wonder if how did he have a wire next to her? How did he hear all this shit constantly?
That's really freaking interesting.
So scary. He ends up going to trial, of course. But the trial is just a week and a half. And and there's a lot where they tried to say like, oh, he had a moment of insanity, all that kind of stuff. But pretty.
I feel like he had like a year and a half of insanity.
Yeah,
with a relationship that didn't exist.
Exactly. And nobody wanted you, but.
Right.
So the jurors come back with, after 90 minutes of deliberation, to find Alex Kozak guilty of first-degree murder at the age of 23. He was only 23.
God.
So he got a life sentence in prison without parole. So there was one weird tidbit. There was a lot of weird tidbits, but Alex had changed his name from Alexander Wynn to Alexander Kozak, taking his wife Kelly's last name when he was married. Isn't that odd?
That is odd.
And I don't know. There were some strange things in jury.
Anything to do with things in his past with his previous
name? Absolutely. I think more with how he grew up, but I'm not sure. Like his mom took the stand and they had asked her at one point, like, did this surprise you that he did this? And she was like, no, not at all at first, but it wasn't for the reason that we all thought like, oh, he shot someone. She said, no, he was always the person to run and help somebody if someone was in trouble. So she thought he had originally shot maybe a perpetrator going after someone.
I'm sorry. Did no one prep her before the trial? What?
She knew, but that was her initial reaction when she had heard that he was involved with the shooting. She thought it was because he ran to help someone, because that's how she assumed he was. Mm-hmm. Usually,
before they put someone on the stand, they try to make sure they know what's going to be said.
You know that your son actually killed someone, right? Yeah, no, yeah, and it was just.
I'm sorry. Am I in the trial? I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you got the wrong one. That was the other guy down the stairs.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
And also Kelly, his wife took the stand in his defense a little bit.
Are you kidding me?
I know. I know. She said she knew about the relationship with this other girl and stuff.
There wasn't a relationship with the other girl.
The other girl's like, I didn't have anything to do with this, but okay. Right. But that he was going through a ton of stress and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know. And that he could be very mean on the turn of a dime to her. Like any story she told him, the one thing he would always say to her, there is a hole in that story. No matter what she said to him, he assumed she was lying. This was his own wife. So I was like, ooh, that doesn't sound very healthy.
None of this sounds like normal. Like, no. I'm waiting for you to say something like, well, I was pissed because he wouldn't kill for me, or some stupid shit like that even. Like,
no, it's just really weird.
What?
I don't know if it's just people who...
What is wrong with all of these people?
Maybe it's an Iowa thing. Maybe that's why all the Iowans are running here.
Something's not right,
I don't know. But it was really odd to read. And I was just like, how the fuck did it come to this? I did read that they had 80,000 texts between them.
Whoa.
Yeah, it wasn't just small. And I don't know whether she felt like she had to respond. I know I feel that way a lot, like you have to respond when people text you. But she was also, it came out very flirty with all that stuff too. But, she's also 20 and she can be that way. It doesn't mean that she deserves to be
being flirty is not a crime.
No. And it doesn't mean you're leading someone on, especially after she told him quite a few times.
But when someone makes a point over a period of time to say, I'm not interested.
Yes.
Back off.
Yes. She was done.
It's not happening.
Right. Let it go. It doesn't mean that she wanted this. So
it's like a Dumb and Dumber where he's like, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yes. That is exactly what it's like. This guy was not going to give up. So why the fuck kill her? And be like, it doesn't even sound like he really wanted to in the end, in the way they.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Weirdo.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is the story of poor Andrea Farrington, who would have been just starting her new life. It was like she had a new lease on life. So cute. She was so excited to be.
Poor thing.
I know. Anyway, so that's their story.
Oh my God. I hope his wife divorced him.
She did. And I think I saw she's remarried and he's still in prison. So yeah, thank God she got away from him. What a tool.
Yeah. Seriously.
Plus, I think his family didn't even know he had gotten married. He had run off and gotten married for a while. So yeah, so I don't think they even knew it.
He's
first.
not real good with letting people know that he's married on multiple levels.
That's like, what it is. When you're married, people should know. It's all right to let people know. Yeah, and
usually it's a fairly public thing. It's
I'd also seen a thing about how he had tried to get in the military, but was denied for psychological reasons.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Massive red flag.
And now he's a security guard.
Give him a security guard job and hand him a gun. Oh, God.
No. So would you like to hear my sources?
Yes, that was a good one.
I've got the Gazette.com, Who13.com, PressCitizen.com, the
Who13.
Who13.
Sorry, that's like, I feel like it's a Dr. Seuss publication.
Who13.
Who's News?
Oh, we should start that. We've got the dailymail.co.uk. This was the episode I watched. The Killer Beside Me Never Predicted.
Dun, dun, dun. What do you mean never predicted? He was pretty predictable.
Totally. I saw it coming. I don't know. KCCI.com, CBS2Iowa.com. Yeah, you'll have to see pictures of this guy because he kind of strikes me as scary. Like he's got this look in his eye that just says evil.
A little intense. He's
which intense. A lot of people you can't tell. You see the serial killers and it's always a shock. Like Gilgo Beach. Holy cow. Gilgo Beach killer looks so normal and so cheesy.
I know, right?
And
who would have thought?
Yeah. And you see a lot of them look like that, but this guy, you
ask the neighbors and they're always like, I don't know, he was really quiet, kept to himself.
He was so
nice guy. It's the best place to live is next door to a serial killer.
Yep. They always put their trash away. I mean,
they're always very polite and quiet and keep to themselves, and you never know.
No, or married to one, because those guys, they never seem to know.
You never know.
Oh my God, like BTK, are serious? You never had a clue. Never.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Well, that was a good one. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
I promise I won't be dressed as a trashy whore next time. All right.
Well, don't lie. Don't make promises you can't keep.
I know. Well, thank God it's just on audio. No one knows.
This is why we're only audio.
That's why no one knows the truth.
I'm not even wearing pants. So,
well, apparently my shirt is popular here. So.
Oh, God. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, Oddies. Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM. If you're a longtime listener, hey, we cannot thank you enough for your continued support. And if you're a new listener, thanks for giving us a try. If you like us, please drop us a like, subscribe, or rate us so we can share our stories with more people around the world. And if you'd like more information, like links to our podcast and socials, along with our Patreon fan page, those links are all on Linktree under ODFM Podcast. That's linktr.ee/ODFM Podcast. Side note, you guys, we're obsessed with fan art, and we love making things with it, like stickers for our fans. So if you'd like us to use your designs, send it to us at odfmpodcast@gmail.com. And if we use your design, we'll be sure to send you a sticker.
Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM, hosted by Kelly DeVries and Jenna Swanson. Production and editing by Kelly DeVries. Theme music by Eric Swanson. ODFM is a satirical true crime podcast for entertainment purposes only. The stories you hear are serious and true. The comments and opinions are not. We apologize if any of our content is harmful or disrespectful.